tidings of comfort and joy. Welcome back. We're live on Channel 5 and also live on My 5. Mike Parry and Andy West are here with me. And now, with just 99 days to go until Christmas, Andy and I are very much getting into the festive spirit of things here. Unlike Mike Parry, who's donning his Grinch mask. Let's see you in it. Go on, let's see you in it.
Well,
Look at that. Oh, my gosh. And placing himself firmly among the 10% of Brits who say it makes them feel physically anxious to see these beauties, delicious mince pies, filling supermarket shelves in September. So, is it ever too early to tuck into a mince pie? Or are you with our green-faced friend Mike Parry here screaming, bah! Humbug. Call us now on 0207 862 2222 and let us know what you think. And Andy, it's clear what you think because you're busily demolishing that delicious mince pie.
I can't help myself. Yeah. And not only do I love pie, I love the mince, I love the sugar, anything sweet, and I love Christmas. Nah. I was in Ludlow not that long ago, and they've got one of those all-year-round Christmas shops, and you could not keep me out. I left there having spent a lot of money on baubles. I would keep the tree up all year if I could. But
absolutely divine. I mean, these mince pies hilariously have a sell-by date, and it's November. So you can't even keep them till Christmas. You've got to eat them by November. It's absolutely compulsory.
I don't think they go off, though.
I don't know. I don't think you can keep them for too long.
No,
Mike, what is the matter with you? You certainly look a little green about the gills. What's the problem here?
I like holidays and celebrations like Christmas and Easter, but it's got to be of the moment. So, for instance, I wouldn't eat a mince pie today or any other day except Christmas Day and Boxing Day, because otherwise it just tastes wrong. I wouldn't drink a pint of Guinness unless I was in Dublin because it would taste wrong. And I wouldn't have a hot cross bun on any day of the year except Good Friday because otherwise it would taste wrong. And I think people who abuse, the time of year with the special treats that you get for that particular festival are actually decrying our great heritage in this country.
I think some people think you are a hot cross bun with your green face and your cross-patch behaviour.
No, not at all. I believe that millions of our viewers will support my belief in standing up for the tradition of this country. Don't abuse and waste our traditions by eating mince pies in, it's the month?
Have I accidentally taken drugs or something?
No, it's just outrageous, honestly. It's outrageous. Don't do it, people.
A green-faced person wants just a normal
don't do
it.
I know.
But the thing is, I suppose you could say, Mike, if you really adore something, why limit your exposure to it? Life is short.
No.
Some people have said nasty, short and brutish. If you can make it nicer by having an Easter egg in July or a Christmas pudding in September, why not?
No, Vanessa, you're completely wrong because the sheer joy of an Easter egg is taking the foil off it, smashing it in like that, eating the beautifully tasting chocolate of an Easter egg doesn't taste like any other chocolate. And if you do it as a special treat at Easter, it remains special. Any other time of the year, it is not special at all. And it's a waste to try and indulge yourself in your favourites outside the season.
Pies, don't you?
Let's talk to Vixen. Vixen's on the line. Hi, Vixen.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I'm kind of Team Mike. I mean, I think it's all a giant con by the supermarkets because dates aside, because I think we are a bit too fanatical about dates, but who on earth is going to purchase a box of mince pies in September and seriously keep them in their cupboard till Christmas? Apart from what I've just said about dates. But like last year, for example, I was a bit more organised and I thought I'd go a bit upmarket for the main event. And I was in one of the well-known supermarkets. I thought I'd get this thing with a Ponzi stuffing. Looked absolutely lovely, fresh, very expensive. And then when I looked at the date, used by the 17th of December. Well, what's the good of that?
No,
they're just relying, you've got to be careful with something. It's just absolute madness. It's still the sun shining. I was out in my shorts yesterday, lovely day, drying, washing on the line, and then we got Christmas goods. It's just above a joke. It's all a giant con. We should boycott.
I've got to ask you, Vixen, how is preparation coming along for Christmas Eve? How are Blitzen and Donna and Cupid and Comet and all the other reindeer?
Well, I walked into that one, but at least I ain't the one with the red nose, Too much Christmas sherry.
What an excellent answer. And right off the bat, that was unrehearsed and brilliant. Vixen, fantastic. A career in stand-up comedy definitely awaits. Let's speak now to Daniel Arendel, owner of the Arendel Bakery in Oldham, where mince pie production, I believe, is underway. Gosh, we can see it going on right behind you. When do you start producing your mince pies, Daniel?
Hi, thank you for having me. So we have customers that have our mince pies all year round. We sell them online, also to different independent shops as well, all year round.
So there's no end. It's not as if you come to the end of Christmas, it's New Year, you have a little break from mince pies before you go back into production. There's no end to it. It's just a circular rotation.
Yeah, so it just keeps on going month after month. We stop for 2 weeks. Everyone has a break at the company. But yeah, people just love the mince pies all year round.
Who's that delightful individual working just behind you?
So that is Varney is making our mince pies as we speak at the moment. Everything is done completely by hand, hand finished. But yeah, you can see him behind me right now.
I certainly can. What do you think is the secret of a really delicious mince pie? Because obviously you're making a deluxe and lovely version. What goes into them and what should?
So with our pastries, really thin and crispy. But they also last for quite a few months as well. So our mince pies last for about, well, from now up until January for about 3-4 months. Making the mincemeat extra citrusy, lots of fruit, lots of nuts, and that's the secret to a good mince pie.
I think it was the Christmas fairy who told me that you yourself don't partake of Christmas fare all year. You don't eat mince pies until Christmas.
Yeah, so all year round, we're kind of sick of seeing them really. So at Christmas for 2 weeks, we get off, have a nice holiday, and then we start again in January. But yeah, when you make them all the time, you kind of get sick of seeing them, really.
Well, it's lovely to see you, and I would wish you Merry Christmas, but it feels a little bit premature. But thank you very much for talking to us. Good fun talking to you. Let's talk to Julia, who's on the line in Hampshire. Hi, Julia.
Hello, I'm actually in Northamptonshire, in fact, at the moment.
Great,
Hello,
lovely.
Vanessa. I'm just going to say, well, at this time of the year, because when mince pies used to appear in the supermarket, hence as early as this, or the Harrods food shop, because they would put theirs in their Christmas shop this time of the year. By tradition, my mother would always say, hang on a moment, mince as a pie, sweet pies, Eccles cakes. So out of season, we would traditionally have warm and heat and cook Eccles cakes. So it's the closest thing. But much to our discussion, we had to discover that our GPs, our doctors, were onto us because they were saying your cholesterol levels are dangerously high.
Oh dear.
So please do not eat mince pies out of season because when it comes to Christmas Day, we're going to have you in hospital.
Well, that sounds like very good advice, doesn't it? Very good indeed, Julia. And I think, Mike, I mean, you look as if you're sickening for something. I mean, it's not that you're not attractive or anything, but I'm just worrying that there's something, you're going down with something. You don't look well.
No.
Andy?
I'm sickening for the overindulgence of the British public. I mean, look, we should work, in my view, 363 days a year, and on the other 2 days you can eat a mince pie on Christmas Day and Boxing Day.
Who decided you're only allowed to eat this time? What if we decided you're only allowed to eat bananas in March?
Yeah, no. There's not a traditional banana festival in this country. There is a traditional festival where mince pies only are served.
So at some point, the Victorians or someone decided.
Any minute, Tiny Tim and Bob Cratchit are going to walk in. I think you're really embroidering your part here and really getting into it. Well, let's talk to Samantha on the line. Hi, Samantha.
Oh, hi. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon to you. Would you eat mince pies in September?
Absolutely. As soon as they're on the shelf in September, I always purchase them, as I do with the Stollen cake. I just think it's just, I love a mince pie, and I also think it's really good for businesses, for the cake shops, etc., to make them. So I'm all for it. Couldn't do it all year, but September is the start of eating all those lovely things. So yes, I'm all for it.
What do you think of Mike Parry? He's gone green at the thought, and he's obviously vehemently opposed to the whole idea.
Well, it's like everything. Don't leave things for the best. When it comes to Christmas, if you fancy something like that, then why not?
I mean, would you be tucking into a Yule log? Would you have the Brussels sprouts? Would you have the turkey, the stuffing, and the pigs in blankets, or is it just the mince pies?
No, that's too much effort. It's just mince pies. Just, have a cup of tea, mince pie, sitting down, watching the programmes from Huntley. So, yeah, that's good for me. September, no earlier, because we're just getting our teeth into autumn. So I'm quite happy with it.
It's lovely to talk to you, Samantha. I would say deck the hall with boughs of holly, but maybe it's a little bit soon for that too. Let's talk to Mike in Greater Manchester. Hi, Mike.
Yeah, hi.
How are you doing on the mince pie front so far?
I just think Christmas is too... It's same as every event just lately. They're all too commercialised. By the time Christmas comes, we're bored of it. It's thrown in your face. Christmas is Christmas because it's December. Family events and that. It's not a family event no more because by the time Christmas comes, you're bored.
People love all-round Christmas shops. Mike, have you never been to one of those all year-round Christmas shops? You buy baubles in May.
There's one in Harrods.
They're great fun. And the reason that they exist and the reason why they're able to pay their rent is because there's demand. The reason they make the mince pies is because people want them. I mean, you know, that's... Mike, you believe in that, don't you? Free commerce? A commercial capitalist system, if people want the mince pies?
Yes, I do. I believe in that very much. But there are seasons for certain purchases and seasons for others. For instance, I only ever eat haggis on Burns Night, OK? Because that's what Burns Night is for. It's for haggis. Don't eat it for the rest of the year.
I had haggis fritters last weekend.
You've got to have some discipline in your life, and you've got to
respect to the max.
Respect
Vicky on Facebook has been in touch, and Vicky says, I've been having this exact debate with myself. To me, mince pies are the best thing about Christmas. I have resisted because, yes, it is too early. And once I start, I won't be able to resist buying some every time I go to a shop that sells them. So there are these internal debates going on, people trying not to give way to their inner desperate desire to shove in a few mince pies, which is so delicious.
Families, Vanessa.
Yeah, but you think that's right, that she's holding out.
Yeah, well, I do. And the other thing I would say is that a mince pie shouldn't just be something you pick up and stuff in your mouth. A mince pie should be in a bowl with either custard on it or white sauce or brandy sauce or something like that. A mince pie like that is not designed...
White sauce is not for mince pie.
No, yes, it is. It's not designed to be eaten on its own like that. It absolutely descales the importance of a mince pie.
I'm getting a view into Mike Parry's house on Christmas Day here, and it's frightening.
To pick it up like it's a marshmallow and stick it in your mouth, that is abhorrent to me.
I thought that was exactly what you're meant to do with mince pie. Pick it up and stick it in your mouth.
No, you don't. You put it in a bowl and you put custard on it. That's what you do.
Marion's on Facebook, and Marion says, in all honesty, if you absolutely love mince pies, I see no reason why you shouldn't eat them whenever you fancy them. And this, I thought we're meant to be a nation of libertarians, Andy. We're meant to just do what we feel like doing when we feel like doing it.
Life is short. If you want to stick a mince pie in your mouth, do it. No. I'd have chocolate log all year round if I could, to be quite honest.
And what about the tree? When would you put the tree up, Andy?
Well, I do. I get in trouble for this, but I do tend to put the tree up about halfway through November, which apparently is far too early.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and it's up till the middle of January. But I love it, especially when that horrible feeling when the sun does start to dip that little bit earlier. I mean, you just want something to pick yourself up and think, we've now got 6 months of gloom, especially after the last summer we've had. Have a mince pie, stick the tree up, go on.
I'm always terribly shocked that Christmas ends and then there's still a whole chunk of winter to get through. You kind of think that you should be peaking at Christmas and then you should see some delightful daffodils and have an Easter egg. But actually there's that awful bit where it's still bleak, still dark, still wretched, and Christmas is already finished.
It's a sign of wasted lives when people want to stretch Christmas out further and further into January. As far as I'm concerned, January the 1st comes, bang, everything goes. The tree, the decorations, throw out all the Christmas cards and get back on with life. You can't just dwell on Christmas forever. It's a sign of an incomplete life and you're looking for something else.
No wonder your heart is 3 sizes too small.
All right, question. I hardly dare ask this question on television, but I'm going to venture it. Would you continue to eat mince pies after Christmas?
Well, by that point, I probably am so stuffed on mince pies, I need a break. But it doesn't mean I've lost the taste for them. By then, I'm ready for my Easter eggs.
Right. Would you?
No. I've made it clear, Christmas Day and Boxing Day, the only 2 times I would eat mince pies. And if I had some left over, I'd throw them out because they're not any good to me after Boxing Day.
Do you think part of the aversion that it turns out lots of members of the British public have when they see mince pies on the shelves in September is not that they don't like mince pies and not that they think there's anything immoral about eating mince pies before Christmas, but just that they suddenly think, oh no, only 99 days to go till Christmas. I haven't done this, I haven't done that, I haven't organised this, I haven't organised that. And people suddenly feel pressure from Christmas kind of flooding in. Is that the thing that people are worried about?
I suppose it feels a bit premature, but I mean, I think in the pressures of modern life we have today with the cost of living crisis and things, if your biggest worry is mince pies, then you're probably doing pretty well.
But do you think Christmas, though, as a whole, as an event, I mean, we're all talking about it, aren't we, as if it's utterly marvellous, can be a worry for people, can't it?
Well, it can be a depressant for a lot of people because they feel they're on their own or they've missed a relative who's died during the year or something terrible's happened. But Christmas, to me, is special, providing it's contained in 3 or 4 days.
Thank you so much, and thanks for all your calls. Jeremy will be here at 9:15 tomorrow morning, and I'll be back same time, same place. Have a lovely afternoon.